Alright, in this video we are going to cover how to install your tools. So the first thing I want to talk about is the software, obviously, and in this class we're going to be using Adobe Illustrator. Now there are options for Adobe Illustrator. There's in the text you'll find several links to different inexpensive software, or some of it's free, things like Affinity Designer or Inkscape. And these are all online tools that you can either download or they're browser based. And so they're a little more cost effective, I guess. But if you're going to be doing anything in the Matte program, you're better off just getting the Adobe Creative Cloud and just doing, biting the bullet and drink the Kool-Aid. The good news is the Creative Cloud has a very, very reasonable price of $20 a month, $19.99, which is a really good deal, actually, when you think about it. It's less than $1 a day, so that's pretty good. And if you don't know anything about the Creative Cloud, essentially it's a subscription-based service, and the software runs on your computer, and even if you're offline it'll still run as long as your subscription's paid. And then if you decide not to pay, it will run for like 30 more days and then it stops. So all the files you've created are yours and they're still there, but the software doesn't work anymore. So that's kind of how it works. It's a little bit like being a heroin junkie, right? Like, first fix is free, little girl, and all of a sudden there you are. You've got to keep dropping money in order for the stuff to work. Which, the good news is that they can update the software fast, and you don't have to wait for a full release version every 17 or 18 months or whatever it used to be. Now, if they got something cool, bam, the software is updated. So essentially, Adobe Illustrator, you might be able to find standalone copies of older versions, and if you can find one, by all means feel free to purchase it. We're not going to be pushing this software very hard at all. We're really just going to be using just a very, very few of the tools, and so the program itself's got quite a bit more power. We're just going to be working on design, though, so we're not really going to focus on the software at all. We're just focusing on design, and we'll learn a few tools along the way. So installing it, essentially, once you are a member of the cloud, you will get this little icon, and that little icon in your toolbar allows you to look at all the stuff that you've got, or what you can install, or what you need to update. So it's a good little manager, and it allows you to manage all your software and all that stuff. So once you create an account and you pay your dollars, then you download the manager, the account manager, and then that's a little bit of software. You install that, and then you get a little thing up there on your menu bar, and then that's how you work it. All right, so you just install and then you're good to go. All right, there are a few other options in here, like this Pro Design Tools website. If you just Google Adobe Student Pricing, you'll get some other interesting links, and you'll be able to kind of play around a little bit with some of those options and see if anything's going to work for you. Okay, so that's the story there. That's the software, and as I said, we'll be not focusing on the software. I'll introduce a few tools at the beginning of each project, and then the beginning of the next project I'll introduce a few more tools. So it's a very unscary way of approaching learning how to work with the software, because we'll really be learning how to design instead. All right, so that's it.